What's up, YouTube, and welcome back to my channel. And in today's video, I want to speak on the Alabama offensive coordinator position. But if you haven't, please like, share, subscribe to the channel. And by doing so, it greatly helps out my channel. It helps me grow as a content creator. Well, a new name has emerged, guys, yesterday, and his name is Tommy Rees. He's currently the Notre Dame Fighting Irish offensive coordinator. And we're looking at him. We turned our attention to him, guys. Ryan Grubb situation. He turned down the job at Alabama. He's going to stay put at Washington. So Alabama's moved on, and they had an interview with him yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. And I'm gonna give you his stats, guys, on him. I don't know too much about him, but I know, particularly about Notre Dame's offense, and I know they kind of run. They utilize their tight ends. Got good O line play, so it's gonna be interesting. He was over there when Brian Kelly was over there, and he actually Brian Kelly wanted him to come to LSU, but he wanted to stay put in South Bend. So he's 30 years old, guys, so he's young, and he'll be the youngest coordinator since Will Muschamp. When Nick Saban was at LSU. So young guy, young offensive mind, uh, young up and comer, and it's gonna be interesting to see. He got some. He's been in the San Diego Chargers. He got some NFL experience, but the bulk of his experience is in the college game. I'm gonna read off some of his stats. While Notre Dame in 2022, you know, they kind of had an injury with Tyler Buckner, and they had to put in Drew Pine, and I'm gonna read off Drew Pine's stats. You know, Drew Pine, he was able to put up 2,021 passing yards last season, and he had, let me see, he had 22 touchdowns and 6 interceptions. So he had a completion percentage of 64.6. So just give you a background of how uh, Tommy Rees did, as and he's also the quarterback coach over there at Notre Dame. So that's what he was able to do. Like I said, Tyler Buckner, he started the season off and then got injured, I think, in game two. He was only able to put up 651 yards this season, but put up 3 touchdowns. But he was the guy, and they had to settle for Drew Pine, and he was able to put up 2,000 passing yards. So that's a good sign, you know, going to this, you know, Alabama looking for him as being an offensive coordinator. Now, Notre Dame was averaging 31.8 yards per game. That kind of worries me. We're used to getting, 39 to 40, 41 points per game. So it's going to be interesting if Nick Saban decides, to get this guy the job. Now, total points, they was able to get 413 throughout the season. So, and they got 53 total touchdowns overall. So, um, it give you something, to look at as far as their, offensive output. They was able to get 281 total first downs. Passing first downs, they was able to get 123, and they was able to get 139 rushing first down. So, give you, kind of a background of what it's looking like. Third down efficiency, they went 83 of 176. So third down percentage is like 47.16. So, that's pretty decent. Almost half the time they're able to convert. So that's pretty good. Like I said, passing, they was able to get passing net yards. They able to get 2,692. So that's pretty good. Yards per attempt, they're getting 8 yards per attempt. Net passing yards per game is 207. So they're averaging about 207 passing yards. And to be honest, Alabama, I would say Alabama has a better quarterback room. What better talent? I'm gonna just say that much. We don't know what Ty Simpson is gonna look like, and what Jalen Miro is gonna be as far as passing the ball. But it's gonna be interesting to see what he does, guys, as far as developing the quarterbacks if he's the guy. Like I said, 25 passing touchdowns, with Drew Pine, and they threw 11 interceptions. So pretty decent, guys. It's pretty good for the most part. Now they had 532 rushing attempts, and rushing yards they was able to get 2,456 rushing yards. So that's pretty good, guys. Yards per rush attempt, they're averaging 4.6, and I read somewhere in the previous 2 seasons when he first got there, Notre Dame was averaging 6 yards per carry. So you got to keep that in mind. So we definitely want to get back to running the ball. The last couple of seasons, Bill O'Brien, coming from the NFL, Alabama like to pass the ball a lot. So um, I think Nick Saban wants to get back to run the ball. That's evident with the recruiting class, the old lineman that he was able to get. So I think we're getting back to rushing the ball. So you got pretty good, accomplishment with running the ball, guys. He was doing at Notre Dame. So it's going to be pretty interesting. Total offensive plays, there was getting 800, got 891. So that's pretty good, guys. And yards per game, there was averaging 396. Like I said, definitely would want to have that, up in the 500 range, if I'm, for my liking to feel comfortable. But it's going to be interesting, guys. Like I said, he's a young offensive mind. Um, it's going to be interesting. If Nick Saban wants to interview him, he must see, the potential. And like I said, he's young, and him being young probably means that, he might be there for maybe a couple of years or so, maybe get 2 or 3 years out of him just to see, where we are. If that's, the guy that we decide to pick up. But just swirling around right now that, he's the top candidate for the position. And it's going to be interesting, guys. We got to get somebody in here that can coach up the quarterbacks and just run the offense. Be creative on offense. Like I said, Notre Dame, when I think of their offense, I think of utilizing the tight ends a lot, and it's going to be interesting to see if he becomes the guy. But what do you guys think? Are you guys, would you consider him being our offensive coordinator? Do you think Nick Saban already has the guy? Is he the guy? Tommy Rees, is he the guy? And Nick Saban's just not saying anything? You guys let me know in the comment section. And once again, guys, if you haven't, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And I'll definitely be back with more college football content. Thanks, guys, and roll tide.